there everybody, it is me FreezerBunny and welcome back to another Sims 4 speed building video. So today's speed build is fun and quick. Once again, we're doing another Disney inspired speed build for the Sims 4, but this time we're doing things a little bit differently because we're moving into television territory. Yes, the venue is called Bueno Nacho and it is a popular hangout venue in one of Disney's first ever original TV series that is animated, Kim Possible. And like many of you guys, I grew up watching the Disney Channel, so Kim Possible was always on it, and I actually really liked Kim Possible, but I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys, it's not my favorite. So speaking of favorites, I want you guys to tell me what is your favorite animated series. Okay, it doesn't have to be Disney. It doesn't have to be from any network, but I want to know what your favorite animated TV series is. As long as it's animated and as long as it's a TV series, I want to know about it, okay? So please let me know in the comments below and maybe we'll have something to talk about, okay? So I have a list for you guys because I have so much to talk about. Let's start off with my personal favorite animated series. And yes, it is from the Disney Channel. My absolute favorite one is Totally Spies. I am obsessed with Totally Spies. That TV series has a lot of style. You know, just the art style itself is really awesome, but everything else in that TV series gives it a lot of style. You know, all the different gadgets that they use in their spy activities, even the homes, the interiors, the fashions, the supporting characters, like all of that, it's great to look at. And like I said, the show has a lot of style and I love all characters, Sam, Alex and Clover and Jerry, and their love teams as well, Blaine and Dean. I love them. Like, I love the romantic aspect of it. It still makes my heart pitter patter like 10 years later. So that is my absolute favorite, Totally Spies. Once again, let me know which is your guys' favorite is, okay? I have a bunch of runner-ups as well, so I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys know. Runner-up for my favorite TV series is Martin Mystery, which also came from the same studio as Totally Spies, and I really like the art style of that as well. And then the third runner-up, or the second runner-up, is Monster Allergy, which is a series that really isn't as popular, but I also really liked it as well. Recent ones that I really liked are Phineas and Ferb, and Fish Hooks was also quite nice, and Dave the Barbarian, I also really liked. And yeah, from the Disney Playhouse Disney, I liked Sophia the First and Little Einsteins. And yeah, that's, you know, I've mentioned quite a lot. And if you guys have more than one favorite series, then please let me know in the comments below. I love reading your guys' long comments because I read each and every comment and I try to reply to as many as possible. So, like I said in the very beginning of this video, this is a nice and quick speed build. And as you guys can see, right now we're already working on the interior. The first thing that I want to talk about though is that this build showcases one of my favorite features of The Sims 4, the fact that through move objects, you can enlarge items and also elevate the items as well using the Control 9 key. I think that is one of my favorite aspects of The Sims 4. Absolutely love it. It gives us builders a lot of freedom. And so that is one aspect of The Sims 4 that I feel like this build really showcases really well. So you guys can see that Bueno Nacho, if you actually look at how it looks online, it is basically in the shape of a sombrero, which is kind of hilarious because, you know, nachos come from Latin America, Mexico, so, you know, I think it's there's a pun in there somewhere, but I just don't want to go there. Okay, so anyway, yeah, it's in the shape of a sombrero. So what I did on the outside is actually use some plates and an egg to make it look like a hat, which is quite fun. Once again, right now we're working on the interior, and that TV, I elevated it so that it would look like it's like a screen where you would show like the different menus and things. And I did try to make it as similar as possible, but of course we can only do so much in The Sims 4. Bueno Nacho interior actually has these booths for the guests to sit on when they're eating, but of course we don't have those in The Sims 4 yet. I'm still looking forward to some booths, but I don't know, maybe we're gonna get them, maybe we're not. I don't know EA's priorities at this point, but yeah, trying to fit in this large plant, which is actually quite nice. I should really use that more often because it's a very nice plant, but whatever. I did try to not clutter up the space as much as I normally do because it is a community lot and I wanted it to be an actual working community lot. And yes, I did test it out with my sim and it works really well. One concern I have is that the game might delete some items. So once again, please make sure that if you download this venue, make sure that you have the move objects on so that hopefully the game doesn't unintentionally delete. So yeah. Anyway, Kim Possible, you guys. I have to be honest, Kim Possible was not my favorite show, but since it was always on TV, especially when I was in grade school, I have grown to like it, especially the later seasons where, you know, I don't know, I just remember liking the later seasons better. And the finale of Kim Possible, when they had that movie, I'm not sure what the title of the movie is. I'm gonna search it on my laptop, which is next to me. Yes, Kim Possible, the movie, so the drama is, I love it. I love the movie. I have such a soft spot for it because when the movie came out, I was graduating from elementary school. I was like 12 years old at the time, 11 or 12 years old. And I was in 6th grade. And you know, when those hormones begin to come in and you get to, you know, experience having crushes for the first time, that was the perfect movie to have showing because on TV, because in the end, spoiler alert, Ron and Kim become a couple and I really like it. Kim Possible is voiced by Christy Romano, who also plays in a live-action TV series called Even Stevens, also from Disney Channel, and she's in it with Shia LaBeouf. And so when Shia LaBeouf was younger, he was also a Disney Channel star as well. So yeah. Also, this venue has 2 bathrooms. It's unisex, so any gender can use it. That's just how I prefer it. Because I'm not sure if they did something about this, but you guys know when the walls are cut away in the game, you couldn't see the door, so it's just like an empty space. Well, if you're thinking about bathrooms and stuff, it's hard to see what bathrooms are for the women and which ones are for the men. So, you know, unless you put the walls up, which is too much of a hassle for me. That's why I usually prefer to just do bathrooms that are not gender specific. Hashtag no labels. So yeah, so far a lot of you guys have been responding very positively to my Disney themed builds, and I really do appreciate it. I love Disney Channel. I grew up watching Disney Channel the most, even though when I was younger, I used to watch a lot of Cartoon Network more than I did Disney Channel. But when I grew up, I grew to like Disney Channel more than I liked Cartoon Network. Speaking of Cartoon Network, I think my favorite shows on that channel are probably Ed, Edd n Eddy, Courage the Cowardly Dog, and yeah, as you guys can see, those are really, really old shows, but let's see here. There's also this one kind of anthology that they had on Cartoon Network, which dates back such a long time. It's probably been showing since the 90s, but I believe it's called What a Cartoon. And they had this one episode where there was like a vampire and there was this girl, Nina. That was hilarious. What a Cartoon, the one with a vampire. I just forgot it. And then I also loved Kitchen Casanova. Loved it. I remember when, I probably don't remember, but my mom would remind me that as a preschool student, I would love watching Kitchen Casanova, and it was hilarious. All right. So, we're working on the outside. Most of the interior at this point is already completed. So, for the outside, probably the most time I spent is with the shrimp things. So the shrimp detail I have, because if you look at pictures of Bueno Nacho online, it has these like kind of C-shaped or J-shaped details on the outside. I don't know what those were supposed to be. I think those are just the details of it. But I really wanted to recreate those because if I didn't, the sombrero would look really plain. So I feel like it needed a little bit more of a design element to it. That's why I chose these shrimp, because they're the ones that are closest to how it looks like in the show. So there you go. Also, you know what? Now that I'm looking at it, it looks a lot like a dish in my country called palabok. Which I actually love to eat, by the way. It's a nice light noodle dish with shrimp paste and shrimp and some lime and some eggs, and those things are in this build as well. Speaking of food and builds, I'm totally gonna bring up Deligracy because she did somewhat of a similar build. First of all, I just want to make it clear that I did come up with this idea independently, but I do acknowledge the fact that Deligracy really popularized the whole building food thing, which was quite awesome. I saw her very first one, which was a hamburger one, and then she made like a cake one after that. Loved it. I actually commented on it, and I feel like she replied, so I'm just like totally fanboying over it. But yeah, it's two totally different things though, because mine is not a food, it's a hat, and it's based on, it's based on a cartoon, so yeah. But anyway, just wanted to bring it up. Maybe we'll have something to talk about, but I really want to know what your guys' favorite animated series are, and, want to see what networks you guys watch as kids. I honestly spent so much time on these shrimp. It's kind of crazy, but literally like a third of the video is just me placing these shrimps and making sure that they are placed properly. Each shrimp is raised like 42 clicks up, so you guys see that I'm trying to be as precise as I can. So there you go. I am planning some more Disney themed builds in the future. I have a really, really good one that I'm hoping you guys will love, but I'm also gonna do more somewhat contemporary builds as well. I really want to make another apartment and maybe even like some sort of mansion as well. I don't know. So far, this is all I have for you guys, and yeah. Okay, finally we are finishing the final few stretches of this build. We're doing the landscape now actually, and it's pretty simple. I just tried to keep in the theme of like being in kind of like an arid landscape. I'm not sure where Kim Possible takes place, but I'm assuming it's like in California. The neighborhood or the city that they are in Kim Possible is called Middleton, and it has like other places to it like Upperton and Lowerton. You guys will get my references, I'm pretty sure. So one additional feature of Bueno Nacho is that it has this kind of logo in it that has a nacho, like a legit nacho in it. I did try to recreate nachos, but I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys, I don't eat nacho. I just don't like it. Well, I don't like vegetables in general. I'm that kind of a baby. But I don't eat nachos. I feel like it's such a weird combination of food. Hashtag no offense if you like nachos. Okay, yeah, please let me know if you like nachos. But I don't eat it. I did try to recreate something that looks somewhat like a nacho, but please know that I only am able to do so much. So if it's those nacho enthusiasts out there or whatever, if this isn't 100% a nacho, then please take it easy on me. It does look pretty legit though, so at least, here's some cabbages and some tomato, some shrimp, and some nacho cones or whatever. I don't know. Alright, so finally we are currently landscaping, and I actually really liked how it turned out. Really simple, but also kind of very appropriate to the setting. I really didn't want the landscaping to take away too much of the attention, because I want all the attention to be on the Nacho logo and on the building itself, of course, because it's such a special shape. And yeah, it actually turned out really well. The art style in Kim Possible is a little bit minimalist. It's not too intricate, but it has a little bit of a retro flair to it as well. Like, somewhat retro modern. Like, I'm getting like a little bit of a Jetsons vibe. So if you guys can see some sort of retro aspect to it, then definitely that was my intention. And pretty much to finish off some extra detail, I used some lights and some Halloween baskets to make like some hanging planter bowls that are on either side of the main door of Bueno Nacho, and it has like some plants on the inside. Once again, you guys, please, when you download this venue, make sure that Move Objects is on so that everything will be where it's supposed to be. And yeah, just a really nice, fun detail. I think the orange in these planter bowls really bring out the colors. I love just the color orange. How I wish we had that color swatches thing. But yeah, wishful thinking. Still don't know when the next game pack or expansion pack is coming up. Like, I have nothing to update for you guys. But oh well. And then just throwing in some lights and making sure that the venue looks as good at night as it does in the morning. And this venue is actually set as a bar, and it does have all the requirements for a bar venue, but you guys can set it up as anything you would want anyway. And then finishing off with some nice little seating area on the outside. Actually have some mismatched chairs here for once in my life. Like, really, really proud of taking that chance. And I actually really like the combination of red and white. All right. So moving on to the screenshots, there's only one floor, so nothing too much to talk about there. But yeah, it was a really fun and quick build. Still took me about 2 hours to finish, but I'm really, really happy with the final result. So that is going to be it for the speed build for this week. Hopefully I can make some more in the future for you guys. So anyway, once again, if you guys like this video, please don't forget to hit that like, favorite, and subscribe, because it really does help out the channel a lot. Okay, you all have an awesome day. Thank you guys so much for watching. Enjoy the rest of the video, and I will see you guys next time. Bye bye.